Today, millions across the country and here in our hometowns are honoring the loss and sacrifice during those attacks on September 11th. WDBJ7's Tanisha Jackson joins us live from a Remembrance event in Blacksburg. Good morning, Tanisha.
Good morning. Yeah, the American people vowed 24 years ago to never forget the tragedy of 9/11 when the Twin Towers came crashing down in New York City on that day. So I'm actually here this morning with volunteer firefighter from Blacksburg, Todd Jones. Now, you are a part of inspiring and educating the next generation about the history of 9/11. Why was it important for you and your fellow first responders to take on that responsibility?
Yeah, the generation that's walking today in the stadium, the Corps cadets and our young firefighters only have what they see in videos or books. It's our job for them to feel a little bit of the pain that day that firefighters and first responders felt. It's our job to pass it on.
And you said there's about 1,100 cadets, 45 firefighters, and then roughly about 15 police and EMS. So what does it mean to you that y'all are all coming together for this memory?
I think it's solidarity, again, walking in memory and in honor of those people that ran to a tragic event that day, not thinking about anybody else but those that were in the towers or those that were in the Pentagon or those that were in Pennsylvania. It's just a brotherhood that we try to pass it on to the younger generation.
Yeah, and y'all are carrying about 50 pounds of weight. Some of the firefighters are carrying ropes and air packs. What is the significance of that?
So the extra weight that we would carry would be the same thing that New York City and the firefighters carried on 9/11, climbing the Twin Towers. They carried extra bottles, they carried hose, axes and hooks and stuff. So our younger firefighters now are replicating what happened 24 years ago. And again, it takes a special person at that age to understand the honor and what they're doing today.
And you mentioned a lot of these cadets you talked to weren't even born when 9/11 happened. So learning about the history of this, seeing, the pictures and the videos from back in 2001, do you think that had an impact on a lot of first responders wanting to take that career path?
I think so. Military and first responders, people that saw a need to come together and help the community, the camaraderie and the effort that came after 9/11 was huge. And so, again, as we pass it on to the younger generation, the young people today, it's their job to pass it on to the next generation.
Yeah, and of course we can see, so many of them climbing all of these steps and the emotions and, the impact it brings to our nation still 24 years later. Is there anything you want people to take away from that day as they go throughout their day today?
Yeah, I think the thing that I would want people to take away is we climb and walk today because we can, and to never forget. That is our mission as citizens and as Americans, to never forget that, honor the people that lost their lives today and the years to come in the military. Never forget.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We really appreciate it.
Glad to be here.
And they have about a couple more minutes before they end their hour of this climb in Lane Stadium. And we will continue to be live here from Lane Stadium to give you that coverage as well over on WZBJ 24 at 7 a.m.
Yeah, Tanisha, definitely a day that no one will forget, whether you were born or not. It's a significant day that will always be remembered. Thanks so much, Tanisha.